Okay, you're probably reading the title and you're in absolute distraught the fact I'm even talking about this. But to give a bit of context to show I'm not a heartless monster, a while ago I watched an anime called Delicious in Dungeon. And the people who know this show know that it absolutely slaps and has such great world building. The main part of the show though is that the group of adventurers are trying to get through the dungeons by only eating monsters they come across instead of bringing food with them. This has them eating weird stuff like walking mushrooms, scorpions, which you could argue are tame compared to the other options in the show. But this has got me thinking of other universes in games and shows, and what unconventional animals that look, frankly, delicious to eat. Call me a big back, all you want, just let me cook it. You like the wordplay? A world that even plays with the idea of food being living creatures is Pokémon. Hey, part of me is horrified at the thought of this too. Nintendo themselves throughout many generations have created different food-like Pokémon in their games. And a part of me has been a bit curious about creating these guys into food. Don't look at me like that, please. I'm going to show you what I make as a gourmet chef living in the Pokémon world, creating a breakfast, lunch and dinner for you. The only rule is that I must use things that are in Pokémon. And this obviously includes food, so I can't make up any seasonings, they have to be part of the actual world. So if there isn't something that exists in Pokémon, then I can't use it. So sadly, I can't use one of the best inventions in the world. So first up, with the starter, we're going to go and follow an English classic, a full English breakfast. Of course, I had to do a bit of representation, if you can tell, I'm from England. And the dish isn't that bad compared to how some people have reacted to it. To follow the resemblance of the dish, we must see what an English breakfast looks like. We see there are some types of sausage, bacon, eggs, and of course, the iconic baked beans. For the eggs, we can easily use Execute for them, as they're literally known as the egg Pokemon. You just have to ignore the face when you take a bite. For the bacon and sausage, I would say Tepig, as it is a pig Pokemon and is already smoked, but there's a slight better alternative to this. It's their evolution, Pignite. And for some reason, it's bigger. Well, for the baked beans, there isn't a Pokemon that resembles a bean, so I had to get a bit creative. There's this Pokemon called Shuckle, who stores berries in its shell, and the berries decompose. The Pokédex describes it as a gooey liquid, which is not the best description, but close enough to the texture of baked beans. And let's just ignore the species they are in the Pokédex. Now for the lunch meal. We are going to go with something very different from the previous. The idea is more focused on the vast seafood in the Pokemon world. We're going to go with a unique twist of a calamari bowl. If you're not sure what a calamari bowl is, it's just a meal that features tender squid, then is served over a carbohydrate like rice or noodles, and accompanied with vegetables and other dressings. As you can see, it's very flexible and you can interchange a lot of aspects in this dish. I'll be using Octillery as the main feature of the meal, as he'd obviously be a good substitute to the squid. I mean, look at him. To resemble the carbohydrate part of the plate, I'm going to have to introduce a familiar friend. I'm sure when I season the Shuckle paste well, it will taste even better than rice. With the vegetables, we'd be adding fungus. I'm sorry buddy, but you probably taste great, so you're going straight in. Well, the plate has got the squid, the rice, and now the vegetables. I was thinking of adding a glaze that would tie the dish all together. A honey drizzle made of a combi would add a nice sweet tang to the overall taste. And for the dinner, we are going all out. I would be making a surf and turf. And if you're not sure what that is, it's just seafood and meat combined. And as a fan of both, I think it will taste great, especially with the options we have here. For the seafood part, we're going to have a Magikarp in there and a big old Kingler. to be the main feature of the seafood section. And for the meat side, I'm going to put Taurus in there. There'll be that dark red meat grilled over a nice fire. That isn't enough though, so I'm going to include a slowpoke. I'm sorry, slowpoke. Well, here's a spread of all the food I've created. I think I did pretty well with the options I have. Which would your favourite be? And let me know what you'd go with instead. And if you enjoyed, maybe just hit that little red button below me. Thanks.